Today we will take a look at the best Xiaomi phones for this year. If you want to find more information, check out links down below. 5. Xiaomi Poco F3 with class-leading performance, an outstandingly bright and fluid display, and a tidy design, the Poco F3 might just have you renouncing flagships for the foreseeable future. Only a mediocre camera and the usual MIUI quibbles threaten to sour an outstanding deal. Battery life is strong, too, with the Poco F3 capable of standing up to a day of intensive usage. The Xiaomi Poco F3 has got one of those faces. You swear you've seen it before, even if you know full well that this is the first time you've laid eyes on it. Those who keep an eye on parent company Xiaomi's skittish global release strategy will understand why that is. The Poco F3 is essentially a rebranded Redmi K40, and it also sports a nigh-on identical design to the Xiaomi Mi 11i. It's the same phone, partially reconfigured for different markets and price points. As you might suspect from such a one-size-fits-all approach, the F3 proves to be tidy, well-considered, impeccably well-built, and somewhat nondescript. It has Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and rear, so the phone feels fairly premium. You even get that super reflective, fingerprint-attracting finish that flagship manufacturers seem to love. But the F3's sides are pure plastic, albeit one that diffuses light in a vaguely metallic fashion. The lozenge within a rounded rectangle camera module is a classy touch, and nods to the mainline Xiaomi Mi 11 range. Another element that makes the Xiaomi Poco F3 perfectly suited to gamers and video watchers on a mid-range budget is its superb screen. The official line is that it's Poco's clearest display yet, and we wouldn't dispute that for 1 minute. 4. Xiaomi Mi 10T Pro. The Xiaomi Mi 10T Pro is a great phone for its price, with a main camera that takes good pictures, a powerful processor and a fairly long-lasting battery. It's not perfect. We had issues with its size, screen quality and the way the back picked up fingerprints too much, but some might not mind these shortcomings at all. This phone also represents a bit of a downgrade from the Mi 10 series, particularly in the screen department. Gone is the curved edge AMOLED display of those handsets, and instead there's an LCD panel which is boringly flat. Prospective buyers should also know that this phone has a lot in common with the non-Pro model, with the main difference being that device has a lower-res main camera and is a bit cheaper. Some don't mind LCD or flat displays, though, and won't mind these issues. Similarly, some won't care for a high-res camera or 144Hz refresh rate, and won't find these important reasons to buy the Xiaomi Mi 10T Pro. 3. Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro. The Redmi Note 10 Pro has a large 120Hz OLED screen. Its Snapdragon 732G brings the goods for gaming, and the phone has some of the best speakers we've heard at the price. If you can live without 5G, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro is one of the best Android bargains going. You get a great screen, fast performance, long battery life. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro is one of the best phone bargains of the last 12 months. There's one missing feature that may put you off: 5G. This is a 4G phone. It will always be a 4G phone, so make sure you're happy with lower speed mobile internet for the duration of your ownership. Video stabilization is the other issue. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro can capture 4K video, but there is no stabilization above 1080p, rendering it next to useless in plenty of scenarios. 2. Xiaomi Poco X3 NFC. Poco is back with another hot deal. The Poco X3 NFC comes with a few features you might expect of a pricier Android handset, such as decent gaming performance thanks to its Snapdragon G series processor and a 120Hz screen, with excellent battery life sealing the deal. This is a great option for those on a budget. The Xiaomi Poco X3 NFC is all about value, like every Poco handset before it and almost every Xiaomi device. But the strategy has changed since 2018's Pocophone F1. The Poco X3 doesn't come with a top-tier Snapdragon 8 series processor, because fitting one into a budget phone just doesn't seem feasible anymore. However, the end result is similar. The Poco X3 NFC is probably the best phone for gaming at its price. It has a large, well-spec'd screen, loud stereo speakers, and its Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G processor handles titles such as Fortnite far better than the Snapdragon 665 and Exynos 9611 phones you might buy for the same cash. 1. Xiaomi Mi 11. The Xiaomi Mi 11 is one of the best premium phones you should consider buying, as it's well specced in almost every department. It has super fast processing, a high screen resolution with extra display modes, and some camera modes and features the competition lacks. The Xiaomi Mi 11 is one of the best premium phones you should consider buying, as it's well specced in almost every department. It has super fast processing, a high screen resolution with extra display modes, and some camera modes and features the competition lacks. It's just a shame that the subpar battery life and unreliable fingerprint scanners mar the experience. Never has Xiaomi's rivalry with Samsung been so pronounced. The same year the latter company downgrades the specs of its flagship phones from previous generations, and the price accordingly. Xiaomi's comes along and turns all those same specs up to Mi 11. At the Xiaomi Mi 11 launch, the company announced, with an air of smugness, that it had recently become the third largest smartphone seller in the world. Samsung still holds top spot by a country mile, far ahead of Apple too, but Xiaomi is rising fast. The Xiaomi Mi 11 is the latest flagship phone from the company, its first, and likely most important, handset of the year,